And we are now in Black History Month, and we don't give a damn what the feds say. This is our month. You know something? Squash this shit. It's Black History
And I
365.
got on black and gold.
And black and gold, blackity black, blick. And we thank you all for tuning in to another Watch for the Hook Wednesdays with the Watch for the Hook Business and Entrepreneur Podcast.
Mhm.
It's Michael Will.
Tatiana.
All right, so we are now just into the second month of 2025. And I
God.
know it has felt like this to be summertime.
Yeah, right. Right, right,
Like
right.
I'm gonna tell you, January was the longest 31 days of my life ever.
January.
Man, listen, I if I go into detail, we be here to June. So,
By that time, it'll be even more craziness. So,
exactly.
yeah.
And like I said, once again, shout out to Black History Month. You want to support some Black history? Come by www.watch4, the number 4 and hook.com. Legacy Greater Than Me sweatshirt is out,
Hmm.
black and gold. If you see me on TV, I got on the t-shirt. Sweatshirt looks the same. It's
Yes.
just a sweatshirt.
Yes.
All
Long
right.
sleeve.
Exactly. So, all right. So, we talked about January. I had to pull myself closer to the mic so I can get in this thing real good. Today, we are going to talk about how we think. This is not gospel. This is how we are looking at the DEI initiative rollbacks will possibly affect small minority business owners.
Ain't no possibly to it. Okay, I'm
I mean,
sorry.
I mean,
I'm jumping the
no,
gun.
you're right. It's going to affect us. We just trying to figure out how bad.
Right. How
Oh,
soon should we inspect or should we expect the impact to have? You know, so you have to brace yourself.
oh yeah, listen, it's a bumpy ride for us.
Yeah. So
It's been bumpy.
should we start bracing now? Should we have already been bracing? Should we be at the point of what they say, white knuckles or blue fingertips, white fingertips?
But we've been hanging on since 1619. So, I mean, our
Knuckles
fingertips
white
been purple.
anyway.
They've been purple.
Calloused.
So right now we're looking at. So right now the orange tyrant, he came in swinging, and we told you he was.
He said he was. What you
Yeah,
mean? He told you he was.
yeah. He said you ain't had to fuck around and found out. I
I
fucking
done
told
told
you.
you.
He came in, and the first thing he did was attack anything that didn't appeal to white America, or I'm gonna say white male America.
Yeah, yeah.
And the one thing that white men have hated the most, I'd probably say since the 60s, was the fact that the government made it mandatory to start including everybody.
I was going to say equality and inclusion. That's what I was gonna say.
And let's be honest, people are like, I didn't think this was going to happen.
Really?
He telling people, those that do not history are doomed to repeat it. America has over 400 years of showing you they didn't give a fuck about us. All right, Peter Michael Jackson. That song was real too. But they haven't.
No.
Their history has told us
Yeah.
they only do shit because they are either forced to
Yeah.
or there's a dollar amount
It's
that will help
beneficial.
them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for them.
People keep talking about, the civil rights movement and what was the affirmative action? Affirmative action really helped the white woman more than anybody.
Idiot. Idiot.
What happened was the women rebelled against the white men and said, we ain't gonna be pregnant all our lives and sitting in
Right.
the kitchen. We want to do something too.
Barefoot.
Yeah, barefoot and pregnant.
Yeah, yeah.
So here we go. They did that. So now we are 50 something years, almost 60 years into Black America being in corporate America. First thing Trump did was go attack the government agencies that help aid small minority business owners.
He went and attacked equality and inclusion. That's what he did.
They basically said, we ain't giving you motherfuckers nothing.
Nope, get in line.
And that's the problem. People who need or have asked for government funding are already in a line.
Right. Exactly.
The issue is that line was already packed with white people, white businesses that were already financially stable.
But this is the thing. You can talk all day about the lines being packed, right?
Hmm.
Previously being packed
Yeah.
by those that don't look like us.
Yeah.
The issue I have is Half of us don't even know where the lines are, where the lines lead, or where the lines begin and end.
And that is by design.
Yeah, I'm like, so half the time it's like, oh, why? I didn't even know I had to do that. I didn't
Exactly.
even know there was a thing for that.
Mm,
Oh, there's a line?
yes. And you know
How do we
why?
get in it?
And you know why most people didn't know that there was a line? Because they made sure you didn't know.
But that goes, I mean, that just ties into that lack of access that
Yes.
we've like literally been on a soapbox about.
Go back to Capital Open Doors episode. We talk about that
Yeah,
all the time.
access.
Access to capital. And so one of the first things that Trump did was he stopped the
Orange
access.
tyrant.
Our orange tyrant stopped the access.
Sure did.
He said the buck stops here.
Yeah.
No more freebies, no more handouts, no more support. But this is the craziest thing. America's economy has always been leaned upon minority businesses
Yeah.
because people don't understand. You didn't get millionaires and billionaires until they were thousandaires.
Right.
You know how they got there? Somebody had to support them.
That's right.
And so that's the main thing. Right now, what President Tyrant has done federal wise for federal agencies, he's cut off the supply of access to
Mhm.
funds to small businesses. Now, when we go to corporate America, they actually don't have to do that.
No, they don't.
But now, what you done seen? Some of y'all favorite stores done said, you know something? We don't need them either.
Pish posh.
We don't need to diversify or help or showcase anybody else either.
No.
You
But
know,
but it's like you see them nixing those departments, right? Those departments do help the small business owners. If the small business owners can access those doors or have someone point them to the direction of that door to find out there's a line, right?
mhm,
Because that stuff's still hella embedded.
right,
Okay. So it helps like some of the small businesses, but they're getting rid of or eliminating like the departments, the divisions, the protocols, but you still pushing some of the products, right?
mhm,
You pushing some of the products on the consumer, but don't forget, like you're not helping the people on the backside, but you getting your cut.
exactly.
You still getting your cut. There's no leverage for the employees.
Yeah. So one of those companies Mr. Parker is talking about, and I know some of y'all done heard it, it's the one with the target on the store. So, for people that don't know, like say Watch for the Hook has always been transparent. Me and Ms. Parker signed up for the Target Accelerator initiative starting back in 2022. And it was aimed at minority owned businesses and brands to try to help them get exposure.
Mhm.
We've been dealing with that since 2022. And one of their thresholds or caps is
Child bye.
your business, did it profit $75,000 or more? First of all, Target, if my clothing line with me and my wife made over $75,000, I'd be looking a little deeper. Let me just be upfront. And so that is one of the lines we're talking about. They reached out to us. Now I ain't go looking for Target. Target emailed us and
Right,
said,
right.
"Hey, are you a business owner? Blah blah blah. If you are, well, fill out this form."
Yeah.
All right, you fill out the form,
Then you can't complete it.
and you can't complete it. But guess what Target did? They got a data point.
Sure did. They can check the box and say we talked to these minorities in this realm, providing this product and or service. So we met our
Exactly.
goals. Our KPIs were hit. Okay.
Now,
KPIs, key performance indicators. Okay.
exactly. So somebody's tracking it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or their contracts that was tied to their money, they SLAs was met. That's a service line agreement.
So that means they got paid for doing their
Yeah.
job.
They met their metrics.
Yeah. Even not just talking about Target. You can go talk about Amazon. Amazon is the worldwide biggest distributor on the planet. Guess what happened with Amazon? year and a half, last year. Small business owners sued them.
Staged a revolt.
You know what happened? They got so embedded down in Amazon's system, their products didn't see the light of day.
No, but what you can't say is that you were excluded from being able to present your product on that platform. They checked their box because they didn't say you were going to be on page 1 through 20. They said you were going to be on the platform.
Exactly.
Page 1 to them is the same as page 300.
Yep.
Don't matter. Now, I'm not clicking that arrow to the right, 299 more times.
Exactly. So for the people on page 301,
I ain't see you.
name
I didn't
name
see you.
name ain't no money.
I ain't see you.
Because everybody thought I'm gonna kill them with this one. But damn, they still alive. They knew that was the lick for them.
Mm-hmm.
They went and bragged to their customers, hey, we on
We
Amazon
on
now.
Amazon.
We on this and that. And people start going look, hey man, where you at? I
Can't
can't
find
find you.
you.
Well, type it in. Do, 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 do. 82 characters later. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, you still can't even really be pulled up in the
Yeah,
search.
you can't be booked
Can't
in the
find you.
search.
Can you send me the direct link? So type it in on your phone
Exactly.
and send it in, right?
Yeah.
Or text it to me so I can click on it.
Yep. And so now when you're looking at it, you're like, I thought this was gonna be beneficial.
Yeah.
But you say they check the metrics.
Yeah.
They check their box.
Yeah, they met their metrics. Yeah.
Now, F the metrics.
Yeah. Yeah.
They like, we ain't gotta include y'all. I don't care. Because guess what happened? Y'all never really brought nothing to the party for them in the first place.
No, because your audience too small.
They just sat there and said, well, so we just did it because we had to. And now they don't have to. And now
Nope.
small business owners out here looking like, where do I go from here?
There's no checks and balance system. There's no equality and inclusion. Okay?
Equality deals with an equal sign.
Mm-hmm.
Where most of the world has dealt with the later than or the
Lesser than?
less than or greater than sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for small minority businesses, boy, that butt been facing us the whole time. So for those that ain't math, if that butt facing you, you on the less than
Right.
side.
Hey, I mess that up all the time. I absolutely destroy it. I have to like go Google it and be like, wait, which way should this sign face? So yeah, but it damn sure didn't have no equal.
Not
Okay,
at all.
that's some two parallel slashes. It didn't have that.
No, you don't get that.
Mm-mm.
And now, 2025, business owners are having to make really hard
Yeah.
decisions because now a lot of us know cavalry ain't coming.
Nope.
And think about this. If the economy has a downturn, what does that mean from the consumer? They're buying less.
Yeah.
So now you're not getting no help from where you thought. And now your customer base is starting to suffer,
Yeah.
which means your business will suffer because they're not spending.
Those incoming sales have decreased. Their average order value, AOV, it has probably gone down by 50%. It has slashed, it's cut in half. It has totally decreased, right? And it could be that, regular customers, they not so regular no more.
No, because their
And
pockets
even
got pinched.
yeah, and even when they are consuming, right?
Hmm.
Right? They're not purchasing as much. They used to buy 2 and 3, now they just buying 1.
Yeah. We sitting up here now listening to, well, if these tariffs come through,
Ooh,
right
child,
now we
it's gonna be
talking,
a little bit of pain.
yeah, a little
A
bit of
little bit of
pain.
the Americans will feel a little bit of pain. I almost threw my phone.
Listen, Americans already feeling the pain. Shit, this shit ain't sweet.
Mm-mm.
Last time I checked, everybody is basically one layoff away from being homeless.
Shoot. Who you telling?
One layoff.
Who
Somebody
you telling?
most, and I'm talking about two income
Yeah,
household.
yeah, yeah.
A one person income, a single income household couldn't take a layoff. Period.
No, no.
Couldn't take missing a check, one pay period,
Shoot,
two
a
pay
two
period.
two income household can't either.
Exactly. So when we sitting up here talking about the DEI initiatives, those were thresholds and braces to keep certain parameters in check.
To allow you those opportunities that just because I'm a Southern girl, right?
Sexy stuff.
I've got a little drawl in my accent, right?
You sound like country.
I'm just saying,
Oh, I didn't realize
just
that.
because a Southern girl that has a little drawl in her accent, right?
Hmm.
That does not mean that she cannot comprehend and speak to and communicate to and or with at the level that is necessary to sit at a table round or long of professionals and be able to converse and dialogue on an intellectual level.
Basically, you saying you just as smart as them dumb nitwits.
That's what DEI does for you.
Gets you in the room.
It allows you to not be excluded immediately on the outside because somebody doesn't like the way you sound when you speak.
Which sad part about it is how America been running.
It is, but that's why DEI was put in place.
And now, like you said, checks and balances are now gone. We got this fool running rampant. And all his Looney
The
Tunes,
books being busted open.
yeah,
Open.
they busting books open like booty cheeks in the club. And now everybody's seeing the booty hole brown, whatever that shit is
That
here
was
on
that
this
what they
song.
said in the song. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
weird. Like I say, some things should just be left to the imagination or to the person that it happened to. Just saying. But we on this DEI stuff. You can go a little far or
Yeah.
you can go a little round about the
You
table.
go a little left, little right.
And even we talked about, we didn't specifically say DEI, but we can talk about, you can be in the right room with the wrong audience.
Yeah.
DEI helped you get into the right room that wouldn't allow you through the door.
That's what I was gonna say. Hell, DEI helped point your ass to the building.
Exactly. 'Cause you know that
You
building
didn't even know
exists.
that building existed. And if you don't know the building exists, you don't know which door you're supposed to be at. And if it's a line there, you don't know that A, there is a line, or B, that your ass supposed to get in that line.
Exactly. And let's keep it a buck, man. This country works better when everybody working
Mm-hmm.
to the best of their ability. Removing DEI will be a hesit, catastrophic mechanism that will cause some destruction economically to this company. It is, I'm telling you,
The caveat to that is DEI is already being placed on mass casualty events.
yeah,
DEI efforts are being paraded around as DEI is the reason that there has been a mass casualty event.
which makes no sense
That makes no sense.
because
It
if
just makes no
if
sense.
if you had a mass casualty event and two of the same everything was on the opposite ends that caused the event, DEI had nothing to deal with.
Well, to me, my interpretation, Tatiana's talks interpretation is
Hit them with it.
you trying to tell me that because a brown female was spearheading, was leading whatever they were doing, right?
Hmm.
That is the reason a mass casualty event occurred. Had it been a Caucasian male, that mass casualty event would not have happened. So what I'm hearing you say is,
I'm at the orange tyrant.
yes. So what I'm hearing you say is white males are smarter than fucking everybody. That's what I'm hearing. Because DEI is inclusive of gender, of race, ethnicity. DEI includes all of that.
Exactly. And the crazy thing is, the United States, in its founding efforts let's go back, it's been DEI since the beginning. Because let's just be honest. The first folks was Native Americans. The second folks was Spanish. The third, folks, was Eastern European, and they dragged the Negro with them.
Come on here, boy.
I mean, there ain't nothing but diversity, equity, and inclusion off the jump.
Well, diversity, equity, and inclusion is supposed to make sure that certain genders and races still run everything
Yeah,
in their instance. They're trying to make sure that diversity, equity, inclusion does not impede that from happening
that's just crazy.
because it's causing mass casualty event.
Because see, this is the craziest thing for me now. If you are saying that DEI caused all these issues, what did critical race theory do then?
Child, bye.
Because now, listen, got all the folks pointing the fingers. What they say, if you point one, you got 4 pointing back at
Yeah,
you.
you do.
Last time I said, I looked at something where they say, I'm like glue. If you throw it off me, it sticks to you. So if you the one throwing all the blame out, but you also the one in charge, the one spearheading, the one running things, is the failure not on you?
Listen,
I mean, I'm asking for the girl in the back
listen.
because if you so called running this mess, and it is a
It's a
mess,
mess. But you're too busy blaming everybody else for the mess. No, you're too busy blaming the fact that because there are a plethora of people involved, that's the reason that there are certain events.
and it just makes no sense.
It makes no
It makes no
sense.
sense.
I swear to God.
Hey, I use this analogy with Miss Park all the time. You know, one of my favorite movies is Harlem Nights. Who's in charge of the girls? I'm just asking, who's in charge of the girls? Because, in the words of Sugar, it coming up short. You calling me a thief? All I'm saying is they coming up short. And you are in charge of the girl. I mean, I don't know how else to plainly say it.
Yeah.
If you in charge of the country and the country coming up short, I'm just saying. Listen, one thing the orange tyrant can't say is he ain't asked for this. Motherfucker, you ran for the job.
Well, second time.
Third time. Actually, this is the third
You
time
right,
running.
you right. He lost the other one.
I wish he had lost
All,
all of
and
them.
we know why he lost that. But
Yeah,
anyway,
you know, there was a whole pandemic
yeah,
called with the last two numbers of 19 at the end of that.
that he pretended didn't exist. So yeah, that's the only reason. But anywho,
But yeah, well, like we appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man. You know, for those who fall under any type of DEI guidelines or help, or they might have said the only reason we hired you because you was just a filler job and we had to fill it with a quota, you know. I call them nigga filler quota jobs. If somebody say come to you and ask talking you shit at your job, like saying, man, you know, the only reason you got the job because you black. You tell them, you goddamn right. You know why I'm gonna keep the job? Because my ass is black.
the check it, the dollars is green.
Yeah, yeah, you let them know. I ain't no punk, you know. But Miss Parker, I appreciate you.
Yes, yes.
You got any good words for
Not enough. Who's in charge of the girl?
Hey, catch y'all next time.